Hello, my name is Pendleton Ward, and I'm the...
Kent Osborne.
Adam Muto.
Akko Castuera.
Tom Herpich.
Jesse Moynihan.
Rebecca Sugar.
Storyboard artists and writers all
alike.
Oh, got three.
We lost a few people.
Exactly alike. Yeah, Steve left.
Benton left.
Ben left. Cole's in my
working.
living room working on more storyboards, working on his front.
For parents, this is
There's Akko and Tom.
this is our second episode together.
This is one of my favorite episodes from season 2.
This is the episode that made me have a nervous breakdown.
I like this part where it's a little homage to my breakfasts I used to make in North Carolina.
Nick Jennings spent a lot of work on the little drifty, floaty dust specks in the sunbeams.
Moats.
This is my favorite part of this episode.
They're moving real slow, real tiny.
Tell us about this breakfast you used to make.
Is this the crystal where he contacts with the crystal, or is that a different episode?
That's what's going to happen. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's coming up.
I like the colors, though, in this shot. They're very pretty.
Dreamy.
Gorgeous.
Actually, I think about this scene a lot when I'm thinking about them being in this room. I think about how the shots are set up in this scene.
You crying, Jesse?
I got a piece of pecan stuck in my throat.
That little touch on his hand.
Oh, yeah. I was proud of that.
Yeah, that was funny.
So eggs, basically. What else was in this breakfast?
Friendship.
Some bacon
Yeah,
there.
I had chickens. I lived with a bunch of people and we had chickens, so I made eggs all the time, every day, and I got real good at making good eggs.
So good, so good, Tom is so good at making good eggs.
So this was an intense experience, making this episode.
Well, it went through a lot of it's like a Frankenstein. What you're seeing right now is like a very cleverly constructed Frankenstein.
Here's David C. Smith's arm on Frankenstein.
Oh yeah.
Confusing.
Yeah, but this is a lot of pen drawings. Those are all pen, this little scene. Yeah, huh?
Maybe me on top of DC Smith.
Yeah. So here's the thing. I think that we have different philosophies, because a lot of the board artists came out of comics, and they're used to working alone. And I came out of animation, and I'm used to everything sort of being Frankenstein and everybody touching it. But I think sometimes you guys are more used to being the soul voice, or your line being the line.
What do you mean, you guys?
This part pretty much stayed intact. Yeah.
Yeah, that was all Akko, that crazy rainbow montage.
Really?
That was cool. Did you write that song?
Yeah. Ketchup, mustard.
Red and yellow.
Ladies' parents, I say hello. It's not impressive that we can remember it because they just heard it, maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah, we should point
I
out
just like that it was a total mess.
Literally.
This is kind of illustrative of my experience of this thing. I thought I was doing ketchup, mustard, magic colors, when really it was just throwing like condiments around. It's like sliding, being a horrible mess.
I really like that
Take a
Jake in the
shower.
shadows.
The lips just poking out. Yeah.
Tom.
Thanks.
Good job, Tom.
Hey, thanks. Just do my job.
Did we ever hook up the logic why her parents have translators?
Nope.
But okay, never mind.
That's Laura Silverman.
Yeah.
And Henry Rollins.
Henry Rollins.
Do you know their names?
What? Their names?
The character.
characters'
Bob
names?
and Ethel.
Bob and Ethel.
Oh, yeah.
Bob and
No, I
Ethel.
didn't know that.
Henry Rollins, also another person that when he was here, I got too intimidated to go see him because I was such a huge fan of Rollins in early high school. That first Rollins solo album.
You can say it. Black
Was it-
Flag and... Or was it...
No, when he started doing his solo, just Rollins band.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I'm a liar. Actually, the album before that,
I can't say that.
with the big with the big sun.
This is when a character named Gummy was supposed to show up. He was the Rainicorn's albino goblin manservant. He later came back in the Goblin episode.
There are like 200 pages of Gummy dancing in the first pass of this.
This episode went through a lot of changes, taking out Gummy.
But Gummy got resurrected in a future episode,
Right.
Which was
Silent
cool.
King.
Yeah.
They mistook Finn. What was it for a? Or
No, they were excited
represented
to
him
eat
as
Finn.
Or
Yeah.
we thought he was an albino goblin, like our albino goblin, or something like
There
that.
were so many variations of what, because originally, the way it turned out is that they think that they're going to eat Finn because human is like a rainicorn delicacy, right?
Right.
Were they vegetarians?
I don't remember.
Yeah.
I don't know if that made it
But then
through.
they
This is a process. Every episode goes through a degree of monkeying around.
I just want to say that I'm a huge Rollins fan, Henry Rollins. And I was really big into Black Flag growing up. And I remember one time I saw him at a theater in Hollywood, and I was with my friend. I remember we both saw him, and we both freaked out. And I remember I grabbed her arm, and I squeezed it really tight, and she was like, "Ow, ow, 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 ow!" And I was like, "Weird." And she pulled me out of the theater so that we didn't embarrass ourselves, or that I didn't embarrass her by staring and wigging out.
Was it a
Almost lined
conscious?
Yeah.
Was it a conscious decision to have him be really short and not super long
Yes.
as a biological?
I accidentally drew him really short and
It was cute.
shipped it.
Yeah, it's cute.
The character, not Henry Rollins.
Yeah.
Wait, you're talking about Jake, right?
I
Draw Jake.
thought he was talking
Yeah,
about
yeah.
Bob.
I was talking about Bob.
Oh. Bob's cute too.
I like this
Rainicorn
bit.
games.
I was proud of making the record player fall on his head. FYI.
You're proud of strange things sometimes.
It's the details.
Did you come up with a ton of Rainicorn games, or was it basically?
No, just these.
Okay.
Finn took a lot of abuse in the beginning of season 2.
Yeah, you used to always get all bruised up and stuff. It doesn't happen anymore, really.
We should do that more. Like see him get knocked around.
Just totally, just face mangled. we did that in Who Would Win. He got pretty beat up in that.
Yeah. He could have got more beat up. I remember Tom and I were really like, I remember being enthralled by Finn's sort of like semi-illiteracy, like the fact that he came up in a post-apocalyptic world with no schooling, and he was kind of like naive about, book learnings. I remember laughing about that a lot.
Yeah.
You cruel woman.
I really liked when Jake leaned his head onto Finn's foot there. I'm really satisfied whenever there's any sort of really slow, subtle piece of animation or moment without dialogue. That's just purely visual and charming. Good job, Tom.
Thanks. Homies help homies. That you wrote that, I think, and it really that's what tied the episode together in the end. The final stitch on the Frankenstein's monster. Homies help homies.
Homie Stitch. They say it like 8 times, don't they?
3 times.
It feels like 8.
I still feel super bad and bad feeling about this part. Nice job, Tom.
I feel a little bad about it too. I don't get. Well, that's not true. I don't know. I get a little remorseful about having gone a little dark here and there in some of these earlier episodes. Is that what you were?
Yeah, I
referring
was
to?
grossed out and felt weird that the parents wanted to eat humans, and how I would have felt about it when I was younger. Like thinking about these cute rainbow animals and how they want to eat human flesh, and what my young child mind would have thought. It would have been sad. And scared.
Yeah, well, that was part of the learning process of going from making just your own comics for yourself to making entertainment for children.
It's good to make children think.
Yeah, I disagree.
Yeah.
I think it's good.
Okay, I take it all back.
We eat meat. We don't even think about it.
No, I mean it's more like Grimm's fairy tales. They're always trying to eat children. It's not like we invented real threats to. I'm just gonna stop talking right now.
We don't do stuff like those little hearts floating around anymore. Little abstractions like that.
Yeah, they won't let us.
Not too often.
JK.
No, there's quite
JK.
JK.
It's weird a lady doesn't. You can't see the resemblance between her and Bob. Like Ethel. Like
I think she's half. She splits the difference lengthwise between the two of them. The mom is really long. You see?
Hey.
That picture with that dog is so many questions that we never answer.
Yeah, we should do an episode about the war.
Well, we can never do like straight war episodes. It's too dark.
Unless it was a funny war.
This is a great ending.
Thanks.
Yeah, I always love this face.
Ooh.
Oh, I almost orange juiced.
Eat it.
Hey.